Hi, my name is Billy Glucroft. I'm a freshman journalism student at Emerson College. When I was younger and I would do something wrong, my parents would sit me down and bawl me out, and I'd say sorry. And my mom would give me her famous line, "Don't apologize, fix it." Earlier this year, the New York Times, and I believe the Post and other papers, analyzed their coverage of the run-up to the Iraq War, and they said, yeah, we screwed up, and we're sorry. And that was very nice and it was very noble, but I haven't seen it being fixed. And I open the newspapers today, and what do I see? I see genocide of Sudan on the back pages. I see the New York Times did a very lovely fact-checking during the campaign, but it was this tiny little box also on the back pages. I turn on the TV, I see Lacey Peterson, Michael Jackson, the Dan Rathergate, as Fox News has coined it, and not that we went to war based on false pretext, and not that innocent people are dying in Sudan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When is the media going to fix it?
Ben, you're on, kid. I have no answer for that.
I mean, when is the media? Okay, who is the media? I'd like to know. 1,200 newspapers, umpteen thousand talk shows, nightly news shows. What are you talking about? What are you really talking about? What paper?
What papers are you reading?
Well, there's thousands and thousands, but they're all owned by 5 people, 5 organizations.
No, that's not fair. That's not true.
So
the most papers, one company owns, I think, is it 100 that, that's a lot.
Gannett owns
But
more than
on
any.
the other hand, some of them are real small, birdcage material.
Well, I think you're avoiding my question. What I'm saying is that the major papers, the Post, the Times, the major TV stations, are still covering these sensational
You
stories.
read those and listen to those?
Absolutely.
How?
How? My library at Emerson College has the Post, not the Post, the Times, the Christian Science Monitor, the Wall Street Journal. I have a TV with cable. I mean,
And you read those papers?
Absolutely, every day.
You're not seeing a lot of war coverage in the New York Times?
It's not a matter of the war coverage. It's a matter of the analysis. It's a matter of where it's being placed, the framing of it. It's a matter of what kind of play is it being given.
Well, I disagree with you.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. Is that all I'm going to get, though? I mean, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I think you're wrong. I think
Well, why do you think I'm right? I mean, what do you think? I mean, how do you think you fixed? The Washington Post did admit that they didn't do enough adequate coverage of the lead up to the war. So how do you think you fixed that since then?
Well, I think probably what you're suggesting is they do nothing. They did something.
I'm saying they're not doing enough.
I was embarrassed by that piece, if you want the truth, and I thought that the New York Times piece was just as embarrassing. I don't think they really have a hell of a lot to hang their head about. I think let me talk about the Times. The war correspondence in the Times has been excellent, excellent. The big newspapers, good newspapers, all have Arabic-speaking journalists there now. I think it's been terrific. I really do. I'm not so sure about the papers that I don't read, but and I don't talk about television because that's too complicated for me. But if you really want to find out what's going, it seems to me that you can pick. There's a handful of good newspapers in this country that you can read, and you know the answer. And if you think that maybe this story stresses this too much, maybe this doesn't exactly fit your preconception of it, you got to lump that.
And
I think you've got to look at the New York Times differently. Above the fold is the old New York Times. It's beautifully written, it's important, it's all good stuff. Below the fold, there's stuff that I can't figure out how I got on page 1. So that I think they're a little schizophrenic. I think they're trying to go for 2 different audiences, and I think maybe they're underestimating what youth in this country wants. But it looks to me, I get the Times every morning.
He wants it.
But I think if you look above the fold of the New York Times and you read John Burns, you read Dexter Filkins, you read what's coming out of Iraq, it's pretty damn you know, it's not pulling any punches, and it's telling it like it is, and it makes you kind of wonder the hell's the matter with our government. And they've done that pretty well, I think.
And Nightline, I think, has been doing some terrific reporting.
But ABC's wanting to dump Nightline now.
And I don't
Yeah,
like
they're
defending
gonna
the New
dump
York
Nightline,
Times,
sure
believe
as
me.
hell.
I hate doing that.
Let's go over here.